Thanks for joining me today. Today I'll be talking with you about Zoom features, where to find them in the Zoom meeting, and how to use them. Thank you to Guiding Ohio Online for making this program available. So today when I show you the Zoom meeting, I am going to take you in through the Salem Library website, and I am going to use the Tech Help link that you can find there that you are able to use each week to join me if you have tech questions. I am available from 9 to 12, Monday through Fridays, through this link. So hopefully by showing you where it is, it might be helpful to you if you have questions that you can join me and ask also. Now, if you are joining a class that the library has, you will receive an email with the link to the class, and you'll click on it just the same way you would as I'm going to show you here to join the Zoom Tech Help. So let's go ahead and go over to the library website. And when I'm here, it's salem.lib.oh.us. On this main page, there are a lot of clickable links. If you see the items that are red, any of these, those are clickable links. So let's go in first through the Tech Help link. So when you click the Tech Help, it will take you to this, and you can see here it says join Zoom meeting, and it gives you a link that looks like this. Now, if you are joining a class that the library has in place, you will receive an email, and it may look something very similar to this. And to be able to join those classes, all you'd have to do is click the link. So let's go ahead and click join the meeting, and you'll see what it looks like when you go to join Zoom. Now, if you have already downloaded Zoom or used Zoom for something in the past, you will automatically get the prompt that looks like this. If you have not, you may get the download and run Zoom option. So what you will need to do is join the Zoom meeting, click open Zoom meeting, and it will prompt you to this screen, and at this screen the host will need to let you in. So once they okay you and let you into the meeting, this screen will go away and you will be in the meeting itself. During this time, you can test your computer audio if you need to. So once you're connected, this is what it will look like. Make sure you click that join with computer audio so everyone in the meeting can hear you. Otherwise, you will not have that option to be able to talk. Gives you a lot of different options here. If you have different items that you have for audio, they'll show up here. Your speakers will show up here. You can do a test if you're not sure if it's working properly. If you need to use an audio from a phone, you can click switch to audio. You can use the video on your screen and actually call in a number here and be able to view on your screen but talk through a phone if you need to. There's also settings available for your phone. I'm going to scoot this down just a tad so you can see it down here on the bottom. Okay, so the next thing is you have the video options. Anything that has the slash through them, you can see the audio here and the video have the slash. That means they're not turned on, and you will have this screen like this. If you go to the audio, there's a little caret that pushes up just like the video, just like the audio, and it gives you options for different videos that you can use if you have them on your device. You do have the option of choosing a virtual background. So basically what that means is you can see my setting here. This is my background. So say I wanted it something different, like I am at the beach. It will prompt you to download it if it's not on your device. If I want something like grass, you can see how it kind of comes in, but it says a solid color needs to be behind you. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this to see if that helps. No, it does not. So if you are using a virtual background, you need to make sure that you have a solid color behind you to make sure it works. Mine doesn't work because I have the wood grain, but if you had like maybe a solid wall, the virtual background's kind of really cool to be able to see it. And if you have something like a green screen or a green anything, it'll look very nice behind you. So I'm going to go back to none. back to my main screen, but that is an option if you want something fun like that to be able to use. Down here with the caret again, it gives you other video settings also if you want to mess around with those for the meeting. So to be able to start your video, you just click that, and you can see up here at the top, this is me, and this is the meeting that I am in, and your picture will show up here. Now there are several views that you can use for meetings. So, and they show up usually in the top right if you're using a desktop. They may be a little bit different place if you are using a tablet or phone or something like that. The app is a little bit different. But as you can see here, I'm in the gallery view. If I were to click that, I can change it to speaker view. That way you are bigger on the screen and the host would be here. Now, as far as the options go, as you can see over here, I can unmute myself from here, and there's 3 dots. If you click that, you can change different things. I can hide my self view. That means I totally go away. You can stop the video. So if I stop the video, it goes away. You can't see anything that's really going on in the meeting. Let me go ahead and start the video again. You're just listening basically. You can rename yourself. So if you come up and this is your account and you want it different, you can type in your name here and it will remember you for future meetings if you want it to, and then click OK. And then the speaker will be able to see your name as, see, it's Kathy. Also, you can pin the video, meaning if you want to pin your video right here, you can see what it looks like. If you unpin it, it will take it back to the original view of gallery. And also, well, I think I've gone through, you can unmute there also, same as down here in the bottom left. So there are a lot of different things you can do with this. You can do full screen if you want to. But if you look for those views, those are some different things you can check on. Up here in the left, you see it's an eye with a circle around it. This is basically the information for your meeting. It is the link. You could copy this URL while you're in the meeting and send it to someone else if you need them to join. And this little green verification, it is also the settings, and you can go down through them in general. So here's a setting you can do. Start Zoom when I start Windows. Probably you wouldn't use that, but if you have dual monitors, you could do that. You can enter full screen. And so these are just general settings for your Zoom meeting that you could use in the future. You can change skin tones that are reactive. So if you do thumbs up or down, it will go according to that. You can show your time, remind you 5 minutes before meetings. And these are all with your Zoom account itself. You also have the video settings. You can change all of these things here if you want to. That's where you find your meeting settings. There's your audio settings. It will show you that. You can even test your speakers and your mic right here. So if you're having issues, you could do that. Share screen. That gives you have the ability to share the screen, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But these are some settings for your share screen, your virtual background. Like I went to show you earlier, but you need to have a solid background, which I don't have, so it doesn't work real well. Recordings, you can record the meeting to your computer. So you have the option here to determine where it's saved to. You can click that and click open and then say record it while you're using it to be able to save it later to be able to use. And here are some different options for recordings. Statistics, it's giving you overall statistics for the data and things that you're using during the meeting. Feedback, if you have something you want to share with Zoom, you can type it in there, whatever you want to send them feedback. Here are some nice keyboard shortcuts, and these are all the shortcuts while you're in Zoom. So it's kind of nice to have them. There are a lot. If I get a chance, I will try to put them on a document, maybe post them so you can see those also. But if you want shortcuts, they do have them right there. And if you have accessibility needs, You can change your font size to bigger or larger if you need to for subtitles information, and show meeting controls. So that's nice to have the meeting controls to show on your screen. So you can see the difference when I turn them on. You can see them if I turn them off, they're gone. So basically, a lot of times if people have issues with this, they can't find the controls. If you hover with your mouse, see how they show up. If you're in the meeting talking, they go away. They just went away. So a lot of people are like, I don't know where to go to leave the meeting. I don't know where to go to find these things. So if you take your mouse, let me go ahead and go out of here, and you move it back and forth, they show up around the edges of the screen. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the features. So participants, you can see the participants that are in the meeting here. If you double click it, which I use this view all the time because it's just easier for me, is I double click this. Oops, I double click it and it shows the people that are in the meeting over here. And that way you have options to do different things with it. You can raise your hand. So if you have a question, you're going through a meeting, you're like, I don't know, you can click raise your hand and you can see that your hand shows up right up here. If the little hand is blue, and then the speaker can do whatever they need to answer your question or put you on unmute, whatever they need to do with that. So it does have the nice little raise your hand feature if you want to ask a question. There also is a chat down here. You click the chat. The chat, you can type a message in here and it'll show up in the Zoom group chat. You can put it just to the host and it will be a private message to the host. But if you have it set here to everyone, everyone in the meeting will see your chat. But if you have a question you want it to privately send, you choose the host and send it. You can also share files. If you have something in your OneDrive, your Dropbox, Google on your computer, you can share the file here through the chat. And then you can also save the chat. There's the 3 little dots here. If you click Save Chat, it'll save the information in the chat for later if you want to use it as a resource later. And then another option is you have Share Screen. So there may be instances that you need to share the screen, something that you're working on. I'm going to go ahead and share this one. I'm going to share my Zoom PowerPoint. And so basically, it will come up and you will be sharing this information with anyone that is in the meeting. And let me scooch this up just a tad so you can see the top. Once you start sharing, you will get this green bar at the top right here, and it will give you more information, like you can annotate if you want to. So say I want to draw something, so Zoom features, this is the important part that I want you to look at. You have that option. You can type text on it, whatever you need to put. You can erase something, so it's like, oh, I decided I don't want that, I'm going to take that off. You can change formatting. You can save it once you have finished it. You can undo, redo, and you can even clear. So you can clear all your drawings, which I had already done, and delete it and be back to the main one. So it's kind of nice. It has that really nice feature built in with the screen share that you can use that. Now there's a remote control you can use. Basically what it does is, so say I have this screen that I'm sharing and I want someone else to add to it, you can give the control to another person. So if you give the control to this person, then this person can share the information. So I'm going to click stop share for my meeting and I'll go back to the meeting. So there's a lot of great features that you can use within the share. Let me bring this back up. As you can see here, you have advanced options. If you have a camera that you're using, you can use sound. If you only want to share a portion of the screen, and then also you can get different files from these different places to be able to share on the computer. So if you're using this for a meeting, people can share within the meeting or the host can share in the meeting. So it's a very nice feature. There's a lot of details built into that. Here is your record option. If I request that ability, then the host can say, okay, it's okay to record this meeting, and then you can record. And then there is the reactions. You have like, yay, I really like what you said, or hey, thumbs up, I agree. This is a nice little thing where it puts the emoji up there for you. You're like, you agree or you don't agree, whatever, that kind of thing for the meeting. So that is a neat feature too. So there's a lot of different things that make Zoom a very practical type of meeting. I would suggest that, you take a look at it. And if you're going to use it to join a meeting, at least you have a little overview of what it does. If you are going to host a meeting, I'm going to be doing another presentation on hosting through Zoom that I can go into more detail, specific things as far as sharing screens and documents there also. So I hope that you would join me for that also. So when you're finished with the meeting, you are going to click the leave. And once you click the leave, it will take you out. So I hope this gave you a quick overview of all the little features that are built into Zoom. And if you have any questions, please join me through the link on the library for Tech Help. I'd be glad to help you or walk you through it or whatever you need. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks.